Let's talk about Las Vegas because this has been a sort of interesting development. You know, the images of the Cybertruck parked outside the Las Vegas Trump property went viral. You know, sort of, I think people thought it was an accident and then no one was hurt. And so there was a sort of bizarre symbolism in that it was a Cybertruck. It was not Trump. As it's developed, it seems that this is being taken far more seriously. What have we learned about what authorities know and how they're investigating this?
Right, Chris. So according to the reporting of myself, my colleagues Andrew Blankstein and Kelly O'Donnell, right now, 3 senior U.S. law enforcement officials say that this explosion of a Tesla Cybertruck, kind of in the portico there where you saw that smoke rising from in front of Trump's property in Las Vegas, is being investigated, at least initially, as a potential act of terrorism, and that it was, quote, intentional. And there was a person who was found deceased. That is the driver of that vehicle. There were 7 others that were injured as a result. And so they don't yet have a specific motive, but some things they've found in the investigation leads them to believe that this could have been some sort of a terrorist attack, or at least that they should investigate it as such.
Wow. What a way to start 2025. I mean, this is intense, man. Like and subscribe to the platform, share the video, you know, and make sure you watch to the end, because the whole point of it is for you to get the fruit of it. But anyway, this is weird. This is a weird way to start the year, because, you know, we just had the New Orleans incident, and now in Las Vegas, we have, you know, more injured Is this related? I guess that's my question. Is this related? What are the two? Is there a correlation between the two? Is it what they call it, a copycat crime? What's going on?
Interestingly, Chris, I know everybody's going to immediately say, okay, we have something that happens in New Orleans, we have something that happens in Las Vegas. The car that was used in Las Vegas, the Cybertruck, was actually rented from the same type of company. It's kind of like an Airbnb for cars as the car that was rented and used in New Orleans. So the driver of the vehicle, who's now deceased at the Trump International there in Las Vegas, used the same car company. But we are told from multiple senior law enforcement officials that there is no believed connection at this hour between what happened in Las Vegas and what happened in New Orleans. We want to make that perfectly clear. Again, no known connection between what happened in New Orleans and in Las Vegas. But obviously, the president-elect, soon to take office, it's his property in Vegas. There's been an explosion there. It involved a Cybertruck. So what message is somebody trying to send with that? That's something that has authorities in Las Vegas, federal, state, and local.
Yeah, that's called symbolism, guys. Let's take a look at the actual police report for a second.
Kevin McMahill, I'm the sheriff of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. I'm here to give you really a brief update on what occurred on Las Vegas Boulevard this morning. As you know, we just had our New Year's Eve event where we successfully protected the city, where over 400,000 people were here last night. And that changed this morning at about 8:40 when a 2024 Tesla Cybertruck pulled into the area valet of the Trump International Hotel. Very quickly thereafter that, the driver, who was the sole occupant of the truck, we saw what looked like maybe some sort of smoke, and then the truck exploded. Smoke was coming from inside of the truck after we noticed the flash and the explosion, and I'm going to show you that first video. That's the Cybertruck parked right in front of the doors.
Good God. Oh, my God.
Can you play that again, Carlos? So the individual that was in that truck is obviously deceased, still in the truck as we speak here today. Our fire department folks, Engine 12, a number of others, you'll hear from one of the fire chiefs here in just a moment, arrived very quickly along with my officers And obviously we knew that we had a much larger event than just a vehicle fire. And so there's going to be a drone video that plays to my left again. You'll see as the fire initially, they covered it with the tarp to try to get it to go out. Once the fire went out through the suppression efforts of the fire department, you'll see some of the evidence in the back of the vehicle. So those are gasoline canisters. They are camp fuel canisters and large firework mortars.
Spent all that money on that car just to. Oh well, never mind. It was rented. That is insane. I honestly, like I said, that is some insane symbolism, because you park it outside of Trump Tower. You go there knowing that you're gonna do this. Like, is this the cause? Like, what is the cause? That, like, obviously there's something going on. Even though there may not be a known connection, there is a connection going on. Or maybe these are just maybe all the demons that are possessing these people are just friends. Maybe that's just what it is.
What I also would like you to pay attention to on that video, as you see that, it looks like the exterior of that truck is completely intact as it sits there. The fact that this was a Cybertruck really limited the damage that occurred inside of the valet, because it had most of the blast go up through the truck and out. In fact, if you look on that video, you'll see that the front glass doors at the Trump hotel were not even broken by that blast, which they were parked directly in front of. You can see that in the video there.
I bet you Tesla stock going through the roof.
What I will update, I'm very well aware that there's a name already been reported out into the media. I am not going to confirm any names to you as I sit here today, because I cannot do that with 100% certainty of who the individual is. What I can tell you is we do know the truck was rented in Colorado. We were able to trace that truck through the Tesla charging stations, and it arrived here in Las Vegas this morning at about 7:30.
Drove all the way from Colorado to Las Vegas just to drive in front of Trump Tower.
Went up and down Las Vegas Boulevard before immediately pulling into the Trump Towers. Unfortunately, there were 7 people that reported injuries during this incident. All of them still remain as minor injuries and were treated at UMC. I would like to thank the Resorts World, because, as you know, we had to close down the Trump and evacuate it, as well as the Fashion Show Mall. And the Resorts World was very gracious in taking those hundreds of individuals in over there, housing them and feeding them prior to us being able to completely clear the hotel. The hotel and Fashion Show are back open for business. The Trump will remain closed as we continue this lengthy investigation as we move forward. I'm going to yield now to Chief Billy Samuels, but I'd like you to also recognize all of our exceptional elected officials that have come to support the police and the fire department and this community.
Guys, there's something going on. There is something strange going on, and I don't know what it is with people, but be careful out here, man, because people are losing their minds. If I was to prognosticate and to guess what's really going on, I would guess that somehow similar to we've seen before with like a lot of the BLM riots, the Black Lives Matter riots, and a lot of that where they were Antifa would go and infiltrate and start chaos. And I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but from the threats of a new pandemic to the random violence, to these insane acts of violence, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these people are paid agents that a certain group is paying in order to make sure that Donald Trump doesn't get in the office, or that when he gets in the office, he's going to be stepping into a country that's already falling apart. That's the thing. All that peace, maybe, just maybe, all that peaceful transfer of power was just a load of baloney, and they are trying to give Trump the absolute chaos. this is, I don't know, man. let me know what your thoughts in the comment section. I appreciate everybody and signing up.